entrepreneurs, business owners planning to start businesses. We're going through a lot of things. You're thinking, you have thoughts in your mind. What do I do? How do I find answers to my questions in this sessions? And so I hope you would get answers to your questions before you go. But first thing first, I know the things are very quiet and very formal. So first thing, I want all of us to clap for ourselves. Yes, because if we were not here, this would not be happening in the first place. So someone said that great things happen when women come together, right? And I actually believe that so much because sometimes people say that women are their own enemies. But when we all come together, we do amazing things. Why? Because we are fortunate than the men. We have two hemispheres operating at the same time. So imagine all of us having these two hemispheres operating at the same time. We could take over the world. So for us as Affinity, I think that we're talking about how we can transform banking for women using financial inclusion. And it's amazing that Clara started talking about a lot of things. So let's just go back quickly to the fun facts. So I think when our CEO was in earlier on, he was talking about the fact that today women are leading the charge when it comes to entrepreneurship, starting businesses and all that. And it's amazing that Ghana is topping 84.6% of our population. We have women. So just a summary of who we are here today. So some of us are designers, we have people are generating ideas, we have creators, all of us are seated here. And I love the word that Clara used, just like, we are all creating footprints. So we are all creating footprints. So every one of us here is very important. And I'm very happy that she said that once we go out here, we are going to be the change makers. We are the ones who are going to be talking. We are the ones who are going to be telling people, next slide, we are the ones who are going to be telling people about what women want to do, what Affinity is doing in the space. So quickly, I'm just touching on some of the things that Clara had already mentioned. She talked about the fact that we need financial autonomy as women. And one writer, Sibongile Ngango, said that fiscally responsible females must understand that one, we have financial obstacles, and I think she talked about a lot of them. Invisible glass, gender gap, inadequate financial literacy, fear of ambition. I've had a couple of them in there. We are just scared. Sometimes we're not sure, should I do it, should I do it, should I not do it? What will people say? And then the biggest of them all, overlapping duties. We are mothers, we are wives, we are caretakers, we have dependents, you want to run a business, you have salespeople. I mean, it's like crazy having to combine all these things. But the heart of it all is that you need that financial autonomy. So one, of course, we talked about budgeting, we talked about planning for emergencies, we talked about creating other streams of income. Even beyond your own business, you need something else to support that business anyway. You need to read. I think Clara has said so much. You need to search the internet. Don't just use the phone for yourself. But most importantly, and that is why I'm here, you need a financial advisor. So who are we? So as you've seen it all over, branded in the car parks, who is these people? Where did they come from? Did we fall from the sky? So we are Affinity. Yes. So Affinity is a digital bank, and I was so happy because Clara started talking about financial inclusion. You need a financial partner. You need somebody who can help you create ideas and all that. So let's just talk about Affinity quickly, then I can tell you what we have to give to you. So one, we are full-fledged digitally driven bank. So we are SNL, or savings and loans today, but our ambition, of course, is to support individuals and MSMEs. So that is our focus. And I know that a lot of you here will have a lot of questions for me by the time I'm done. So one of our missions, or our core mission, is to provide accessible and affordable finance to individuals, SMEs. Our values is accountability, and I'll explain why, customer satisfaction, teamwork, innovation, and trust. And I'll explain all these things as we go by, and you'll see why we do these things. So for us as Affinity, our key drivers is that We want to reduce our cost of operation, so we are very heavy on technology. And for your information, Affinity has its own inbuilt tech team. So unlike a lot of financial institutions or banks who have third parties who are supporting, we have a full digital team building our apps and our technology in-house. And for your information, we have about 60% of them being women. I thought you were clap. The other thing is that we want to drive on low cost of funds. So for us as Affinity, one of the things that we tried, based on our research, we realized that individuals are looking for accounts that are affordable. That, a lot of people are complaining about what the other banks are doing, COT charges and all these things. Tomorrow the account is 5 C's, by next week the account has increased to 100 C's without any information. You are just upset. And these are the things that we try to do to be transparent as much as possible. We also thrive on bringing in these low cost of funds. So, for instance, you have a daily account, I'll talk about that later, that earns you interest. That is a current account, and most banks don't do that. And these are things that we are doing as solutions to solve the African problem. Again, go to farm. Then we looked at low cost of risk. So again, we are very, very heavy on risk, making sure that we mitigate the risks as much as possible. But we are doing all these things through technology, softwares, AI platforms, things that will assess our customers and just try and give you a very seamless process when you come banking with us. And of course, like I said, we are very heavy on technology, so our resources are people and technology. So let's talk about our products, because I know that that's why we're here. So like I said, our focus is on affordability. We want to have it very easy, because when we did research, we realized that people complain a lot about how cumbersome the other, products on the market are. We know them. Yes, I don't want to mention names. And of course, convenience. So one of the things that we try to do to be affordable is, the first thing is that we have no monthly fees, no transaction charges or costs, and our interest is communicated and is fair. So we have we have an account, it's called the Affinity Daily Account. It comes with 3% interest per annum. Now the cool thing about Affinity is that when you come into Affinity, you start with a transactional account, which we call Affinity Daily, but you can open multiple savings accounts, which we call Affinity Growth. So you can have multiple savings accounts, and each of these savings accounts earn you up to 10% interest per annum. And additionally, you can also have an investment account. I thought you'd be clapping for us. No, we are doing a lot for us. Yes. So one of the things we also want to do is to make banking easy. So opening our account is very seamless. I know my team has been hustling you at the entrance for opening an account. All you need is your Ghana card and your GPS address, and you can open an account on the go. Our apps are live and ready, so you have an app. And the fun thing that our CEO said I should tell all participants today is that we want to add you to our testing cohort for our Affinity app. So if you sign up today, we'll send you a link and then you can test our app. It's already functional, we just not made it public yet. So you guys get to test it first, and please clap for me. I like that. Then of course, convenience. So we want you to be able to access your account on the go. You can apply for a loan, and then you can also transact and pay your bills using our apps and our other services. So basically, for us as Affinity, we drive on two things: savings products and then lending products or borrowing products. So in savings accounts, I think I've already mentioned that you have a transactional account, earns you 3% per annum. You can open multiple savings accounts or growth accounts, which we call. And then you can have Affinity Future with our investment account as well. Then in borrowing, we have two segments. So we have borrowing for individuals. So if you are here as an individual, you can self-sponsor yourself to take a loan. And I think that a lot of us need financing. That is the main headache of all our businesses. We need the capital to be able to start. So you can walk in and get a personal loan. Or if you work with an institution, we can engage an institution so that all the employees can also take loans through Affinity, and it is quite affordable. When we talk about business loans, we also have two types of business loans. We have working capital loans. Some of us need working capital to just inject into the business. You're buying stock, you are hiring a few extra staff, maybe for a skill, there's an event you want to go, you just need that working capital to help you do one or two things. Affinity has that for you. Then we have growth capital for those of us who are thinking about expansion. I know that Sewa is probably thinking about expanding her business very soon, an outlet in Kumasi or Dubai, you never know. Yes, as I'm talking, you also open the account. So, apologies. So you can get a working capital or a growth capital loan with us. Our team is outside. You can talk to any of our relationship officers. They can give you more information on how to get a facility with Affinity. Yes. So like I said, we are very heavy on technology. We have close to 18 people working tirelessly on our data or our tech platform. So we have two tech platforms. We have self-service platforms, which is typically a mobile application. And then we have assisted service channels. So we have the one on the left. We have assisted service channels that are handled by our sales agents. So depending on where your shop is or your store is, I think I heard you have a rep from Makola here. So we are doing a lot in Makola as well. So if you have a shop there, we can have an agent come to you daily to do collections. So if it's cash collections, if it is daily sales and all these things, you can do that. We also have payment platforms that we are trying to customize to these SMEs. A lot of you don't have products that can speak to your business, and that's one of the things that Affinity is trying to do. So we get your feedback. We look at how we can tailor diversity in our customer base. I've also talked about the fact that not just our tech team, but even our women in leadership, from the board to senior management, majority of our leadership is made up of women. And I think that that's fantastic. The last thing is that we started a new loan book sometime last year. We are currently about 9 million disbursing loans to individuals and SMEs. And again, this loan book has a great percentage. In fact, half of that is dispersed to women entrepreneurs and SMEs and women individuals, basically. So Affinity is doing a lot. Now, I just wanted you to meet one of our favorite customers. So she's called Madam Mary. And Mary has been banking with us for quite a while now. Now, what she's into, she sells the raw materials for making detergents. So the caustic soda, the perfumes, and all these things. And this woman is hidden in some small corner in Abuso, but she's doing fantastic work just because Affinity is giving her revolving credit. So that story could be you. I could be talking about you in another slide next time somewhere else. So please take the opportunity and be a part of this Affinity journey and what we are trying to do to be able to help SMEs. I know that Clara mentioned something quickly about the amounts that we are trying to access as loans. So for Affinity, you can access a loan from as low as 5,000 cedis and up to 100,000 cedis as an individual. And if you are an SME, you can go all the way up to 500,000 cedis. So that's a lot that we are doing to support your businesses. So please take advantage of this. Open an Affinity daily account, sign up onto the app, test our platforms, and let's go telling people about what Affinity is doing. Thank you so much.